Hi YouTube, how's it going? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. Today is Monday, November 14th, which means I just finished my, fifth week post-op. And so I want to go ahead and jump into my stats. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on Monday, October 10th at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles with Dr. Scott Canine. My highest weight was at the end of May, and that was 305.2. The day of surgery, I was at 254.8. Last week, I was 239.4. And this week, I am at 238. Okay, slow as molasses, but you know what? Still going down. So I've got to celebrate those small losses as much as I celebrate the larger losses. So I am celebrating the fact that I'm 1.4 pounds down since last week. I'm 16.8 pounds down since surgery, and a total of 67.2 pounds down from my highest weight. So yeah, I'm still, trying to get my body to figure out what I'm trying to do here, what the overall goal is, but it's still doing what it wants to do. And I guess after losing this much weight since the end of May, it was bound to slow down a little bit. So I'm not worried. I'm sure my body will kind of realize what we're doing and start doing what it's supposed to do on a more, maybe at a faster pace, hopefully. Anyway, so struggles this week. I learned my lesson about eating slow and really giving yourself a chance to really feel that you're full. Earlier this week, since part of my week 5, I was able to have poultry without the skin. My husband and I went to this chicken place that sold Portuguese style marinated chicken. And so I got a small portion, a quarter chicken, and I knew I wasn't going to finish it all. But it was really good. So as a result, I chewed my food really well still, but I ate too fast. And I didn't give my stomach a chance to register that it was full. So because I was eating too fast, I also ate more than I probably should have. So when I hit that wall, and I mean, I was just really, really uncomfortable. There was no dumping or anything like that, but I was really uncomfortable. My stomach felt really tight, very, very tight, to the point of being very uncomfortable. I had a lot of kind of combination gas, acid kind of floating around in my chest and in my throat. I didn't feel like really throwing up, but I could feel like there was stuff going on that I didn't like. And oh God, my shoulders were hurting like I was just immediately post-op when I had all that gas still left in my system. So I was uncomfortable. I had that particular feeling, that uncomfortable feeling, for a good couple of hours after I ate, after I started feeling the that restriction. So yeah, that wasn't a pleasant feeling. So I told my husband, please, please, please remind me every time we sit down to eat that I need to eat slower, because I really need to give, as patients who have smaller stomachs, we really have to give ourselves a chance to register, give our stomachs a chance to register that there's food in there. So really, when they say chew your food, eat slowly, like put your fork down between bites and give your stomach time to register that there's food in there. And once you kind of register that there's food in there and you can still take another bite, then by all means go take the bite and then do that whole process again. Wait for your stomach to register, because that was not a really good feeling. So lesson learned. That was my, not so much of a struggle, but my lesson learned this week. My victories this week were that I had my 1-month surgiversary. So I was really, really happy. I lost maybe just 16 pounds. Not as much as I've seen other people, but my journey is different, and I have to remind myself that all the time. So I was really just surprised how quickly the time went. When I was starting this whole process at the end of May, it's like, oh, this is going to take so long. And then surgery came with a blink of an eye, and now I'm 1 month, post-op, and everything's going so quickly, and I'm starting my 6th week. I started my 6th week today, which means that, I'm on maintenance, basically, just regular food, no need for chopped foods or full liquids or anything like that. It's just what I'm going to be eating going forward. So that was a real victory. I made it past a month. I made it a month post-op with the diet that with the the food restrictions that we all had to do. So I considered that a victory. Also, I continue to get a lot of compliments, so I'm really happy about that. And so those were my little victories for the week. On a side note, I am starting my going forward diet, so I'm able to eat raw fruits and vegetables, which I'm really happy about, because I did miss eating salads. So I'm very happy to start doing that. I have to remind myself that I have to slow it down and really chew those raw vegetables and fruits, because of all the fiber that that they contain. So just that. What else? I guess that's really the only things I had. I usually try to include whatever struggles I had during the week, whatever victories I had during the week, and any side notes on all my videos. But I would also like to ask the YouTube community, the weight loss surgery community, community, if you guys believe in prayer, or if you guys, or just like to send positive thoughts. My husband's niece is at Children's Hospital. She's very, very critical. She's just going day by day. She's an 8-year-old, sweet little girl that her body is just going through so much, and it started with strep throat, and the bacteria or the virus just spread into her bloodstream, and now she's not doing very well. So any positive thoughts, any prayers, any healing vibes, whatever it is that you believe in, would appreciate you sending them over to Rebecca at Children's Hospital in Orange County. She needs it. That's where we spent most of our weekend, so supporting my husband's brother and his wife. Anyway, if you could all do that for me, I'd so much appreciate it. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a tremendous week full of victories and not so many struggles. I thank you all for inspiring me every single day. I thank you all for following me on my journey and being interested enough in my journey to follow. I really, really appreciate it because it's so helpful to be able to chat and know that there are people out there who understand, and people out there who really want to learn about this whole process. So thank you all for your inspiration and your encouragement, and stay awesome. Bye everybody. See you next week.